It is Main Street today, and we are going to start out our homes are our castles. That's where we are. And a lot of us have been stuck in our homes in a way that we have never been before. So a lot of people are looking to do home improvement. And if you start looking for people to help you with home improvement, it is the most confusing thing in the world. That's why we're going to my buddies up here, Brothers in Business, and we're going to meet them right now. How are you guys?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm doing fabulous. We've got Ryan Dunnigan. Wave at everybody, Ryan, so everybody knows who you are. And then we've got Nick Patterson. Tell us a little bit. I love this Brothers in Business story. Now tell me how you guys got started.
Well, this is my brother-in-law. So we created the Brothers in Business. Brother-in-law is kind of that play on words that we just thought that was really creative to do that together. Nick has been doing contract work for many, many, many years, the ins and outs of the contracting side. And I've been doing sales of my own for years and years. So we just decided to collectively come together and go off of each other's strengths and build this company.
Well, you have done it really well because you've been in business for 2 years.
Yes.
Yep.
Unbelievable that in that time too, you were just voted in our last Main Street Awards of 2020, Dixon's Best Roofing Company. And that's quick to have that kind of success in 2 years.
Thank you.
People like us.
Yeah, I can see why, because we're going to go right now to a videotape of a time lapse of you guys working on a roof. We're going to talk about I know that you guys are in Dixon. I was in Kingston Springs for 16 years. And I remember when all the tornadoes and the windstorms went through and roofing people came out of the woodwork, and they weren't necessarily roofing people from home. And then when people got those, they got those roofs built, and then they had to go back and have something done, they couldn't find the people. That's why it's important to stay close to home when you're getting a roof done. Take a look at this. Okay, I might be a little scared of heights. I mean, just looking at that drone footage of doing this roof, that pitch on that roof was really, really steep. What drew you guys to doing this? This is like almost like extreme home makeover because the roofs are scary.
They are. We definitely have a healthy respect for steep roofs, high roofs like that. So which is why they had the safety gear on to keep them safe while they were up there.
See, that was what I was going to ask. What draws people to start working on roofs to begin with? Is it something that there are some people who really aren't scared of heights and they're not worried about that? They're sure-footed, and that's what they're just skilled at that.
Right. Yep. Yes, and you just have to be safe and be confident in that you got the right equipment to stay safe, so you'll be fine on the roof. But a lot of homeowners, they don't want no part of it. So they see that roof and they can't get up on them just because they don't know how to do it safely.
Or you have that Tim Allen guy who's he wants to do it himself, and then he ends up in the hospital.
Yep. Calling us to come and fix, or his wife calls us to come fix what he handled, kind of thing.
All the time. That happens all the time. Okay, if you've ever had to deal with an insurance company, it really is important that you have a company doing your roof that knows how to talk insurance, because insurance adjusters can be the best friend that you have or the absolute worst enemy. Let's talk about what you specialize in, and that's insurance and dealing with the people who need a roof because of a weather incident or something that's happened. If you have to cover insurance, you're the guys to call.
Right, because we deal with insurance companies every day, and the connections that we've built with them, the adjusters, we run into the same guys house to house to house, so we have a really good relationship with them. And that's a lot of this business is just building relationships, building connections with homeowners, insurance companies, adjusters, ladder assistants, these different parts of this business. Well, we have a relationship with most and all of them. So that's what really separates us. Is I'll see the same adjuster 3-4 times a month. So when I see him, I know what he needs. He knows how our company works and what to expect from us. So the way we handle ourselves, the way they handle themselves, it all works out really, really well. So being able to build that connection with them takes time, and you obviously have to nurture that relationship by you just do the standard and do the right thing, and it becomes very easy.
Oh man, you said the magic word, the easy button. We hit the easy button because I had to deal with insurance several times when it came to, well, when I lived in Kingston Springs, my place was hit twice and got my whole barn. And I was so glad that I had a really good insurance guy because they helped. But I wish you weren't even in business then. But now, see, you're in business, and we're going to talk a little bit about your specialties. Tell me, when people get into a business partnership, everybody brings their strength. So what is your strength?
My strength would be the ability to connect with people easily. I feel like it's easy for me because my personality is relational. It's easy for me to build a relationship quickly with a person because people will naturally trust me because I've earned that trust just throughout the years. So being known in your community and stuff like that plays a big role. So I would say that's one of my strengths, is building that relationship quickly.
All right. And Nick, what is yours?
Mine is definitely on the project management side of all the ins and outs to jobs. Insurance companies, they run on a specific program that relates to the pricing in the area and what labor costs are in the area. And I know what goes into all the small pieces on your roof, and so just knowing all the ins and outs of all the details that go back and forth. A lot of times, the adjusters, they absolutely want to pay for everything. They don't always know what it takes to do certain jobs, and so it's easy when we understand their program, and we've got really good at understanding their program, so that we talk back and forth with them.
That's priceless right there. I love the combo that you guys bring to the party. Now, if someone needs help with a roof that doesn't deal with an insurance company, do you have financing available? Because that's a scary thing. We just had torrential downpours last night all across Middle Tennessee. And if you didn't know about a leak, you do now. You probably know of an issue. And if it was bad, if you actually are that picture of putting the buckets out or the pots and pans, you probably are a little bit late on the uptake on that. But how do you deal with people who say, I need a new roof? What is your price range? How do we work with this? And how do you afford a new roof?
Well, we do out of pocket. That's what we call them, is we do out of pocket pricing, and we try and work with you for the most part. We do in-house financing. Obviously, with us, it's a last resort, but at the same time, we're willing to work with anybody. Not everybody has $6 to $10 grand laying around for a roof, and so we definitely, it protects the most valuable investment in your entire life. And so we understand that also. And so we definitely would try to work with you however we could. And most of the time, if you're leaking, insurance will cover it.
Yeah, that's what I was going to play off of that, is that a lot of times homeowners, they don't even realize the capacity that they have to go through the insurance company, because they don't know. I've met so many homeowners that say, no way will my insurance company cover this. And I explained to them, well, that's their job, is to extend coverage for your property if it's affected by a storm. You were clearly affected by a storm. At least let me try. So whenever we go through the process and lo and behold, we get that roof replaced through the insurance company, they are just, oh my God, thank you so much. They're just so excited. That doesn't mean it always happens, but a lot of times it does.
Oh, I love that. I that's a resource that a lot of people don't realize they have. And it takes a specialist working with insurance companies to know that. Well, if people want to get in touch with you, do you handle all Middle Tennessee, or do you stay there in the west of Nashville area?
No, we do. We handle all of Middle Tennessee. So from Kentucky to Lawrenceburg, over to Cookeville, and even west into the Camden, Big Sandy, over in that area. So the whole kind of middle region.
Fantastic. Brothers in Business, and where do they find you on the web?
You can find us at www.brothersinbusiness.org. Yes.
That's fantastic. Well, we are glad to meet you today, and we want to share. I'm just going to go through a couple of pictures really quick before we say goodbye, because I was just kind of blown away. And I was looking at the varied ones. This is actually an after picture, but here's what it looked like before as you were going through the process. Now, this is a manufactured home.
It is.
And a lot of people don't realize that you can do a traditional roof on a manufactured home pretty much just like you do any other home, right?
Right. Absolutely.
And I love, here's your after. This is right. This is your after.
Correct.
Okay. I don't speak roof, so well, it looks really good to me. So
well, I think it turned out great.
Absolutely. And here's one that I thought, wow, and I look at that. Isn't that beautiful? I mean, and roofs are now coming in so many different colors.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Now, here's the one that I go, oh, Lord, take a look at that and that.
Yep. I remember that house. Very soon.
I bet you do.
I was not a fan while I was up there. That goes back to the healthy respect thing. So.
Oh, yes. Well, brothersinbusiness.org. We hope everybody will find them. Dixon, the finalist for Dixon County's Best Roofing Company. As you can see, our Main Street Awards. Every year we give those, and those are just customer voted. Those are just ordinary people who are in the community voting. So that means a lot. Thank you guys for your time today. I so appreciate you being here. And for anybody who needs roofing needs, call these guys.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you. We have got some great music coming up for you. But first, there's a show coming up this Friday. Etta Britt. Now, she's also a Dixon girl. She is not only a musician, a fabulous musician who's been on the road with Leroy Parnell and Delbert McClinton and part of the Blues Cruise. She has done her own solo album on Wrinkle Records and with my friend Sandy Knox. She's just incredible. And she nursed her husband through cancer. He got to ring the bell, cancer-free. And then she got the diagnosis that she also was dealing with cancer. And she's got a special event coming up at 3rd and Lindsley. She also this week was going in for her cancer surgery for that part of the treatment. And we just want to wish her well, prayers out. But let's take a look at what Etta Britt is all about. Coming up, an incredible night of music, January 29th. It's a Friday night, doors at 6, a concert at 7:30 to benefit our friend in music, the blues maven herself, Etta Britt. Etta has the most powerful testimony of how she helped her guitarist husband through cancer. And then she herself found herself fighting the same battle. She and her husband Bob are truly a love story. And we want to support their story with a night of great music in Lindsley. And that is January 29th. It's going to be fabulous. Some of the guests include Raul Malo, the McCrary sisters, Danny Flowers, just a host of incredible people. Stay tuned. We'll share the list with you, but you can get your tickets now at thirdandlindsley.com or through TicketWeb. $50 to $500, all to benefit our friend, Etta Britt. It's what we do in the music community and in the Nashville area.
Just what it means to me now. I know you just would not understand. Yeah. People say, Anna, he's no good for you. No, but I'm his loving woman. He's my loving man. We've been through so many days together. Oh yeah. We stand by one, and that's what makes it matter. Something wrong with my baby. Something wrong with me. Something wrong with my baby. Something's wrong, oh yeah, with me. Rain, thank you. Anna, y'all stay up.
If you find yourself in need of health insurance, one Google search and a questionnaire could start your phone ringing and those emails and those texts coming from companies all over. And it can be really confusing. And sometimes you get caught up in buying something only to find that it covers very little of what you actually need. And sometimes it can be too late to do anything about it. You know, after the fact, like when you need your insurance. That's why one click to my friend, my insurance guy, Health Insurance Harvey, can keep that from happening. HarveyDurham.com. Chat with him, set up a virtual appointment anywhere in the country practically. He's licensed in 40 states. He'll look at your needs, your budget, and share every single thing that his insurance is going to cover and what it won't. You don't pay for what you don't need. If he can't save you money or can't give you better coverage, he won't sign you. You are under no obligation. So do yourself a favor. Get a free comparison quote from Health Insurance Harvey. It just might work for you like it did me. I'm not his commercial announcer. I'm his client at HarveyDurham.com. All right, I'm here with Ashlee Nash, and we are at Binkley Nash in Gallatin, Tennessee. And I walked in and I'm going, oh my gosh, this looks like it looks like those high-end magazines
That is what the look we are going for. We're in a small town north of Nashville, Gallatin, but we love to bring a higher end kind of magazine ready look to your home.
And we're going to talk about the interior design, some of the trends that are out there, and the difference in getting a custom piece of furniture. People sometimes walk into a furniture store and they think, I don't see anything alike. Well, you can find something and custom order it and get exactly the colors, the look, the style, and that's what you do.
Exactly. That is our goal here. We want your home to be a reflection of you. We don't want it to look like you walked in a store and just bought something off the floor and your neighbor has the same thing. We want you to walk in, love your space, and when your family walks in, when your friends walk in, they go, wow, this is really a home. It really is a reflection of your style, of your personality, and things that you love. I mean, I started decorating my mom's Christmas tree and just fell in love with design in that aspect. I did go to college for interior design as well. I really kind of narrowed in on residential design. We offer commercial design here as well. I do restaurants, dentist office, lawyers' offices, things like that, but residential home design is my love. Right out of school, I started working at a local furniture store here in town that really kind of got my foot in the door, and I just fell in love with it. I fell in love with, working with customers. When someone invites you into their home, that's very personal and very special. To be able to take someone's vision and really make it into something that they can see and touch and feel and enjoy for years is a big thing. It's a very big thing. And I had the opportunity to buy this store 6 years ago. This store was originally Binkley Furniture House. It was opened in 1968. Mr. Binkley started it, and they had a wonderful client base here and were very well known within the Gallatin community in Sumner County. And 6 years ago, he approached me about buying it, and I was able to. I was, I was 26, I guess, at the time when I bought the store.
Wow.
And I have enjoyed every minute of it. And Gallatin has grown, just Sumner County and the whole Nashville, Middle Tennessee, has grown so much in the past 5 years that we have really been able to kind of hit a niche here of people that they don't want to walk in a big box store. They want to walk in and they want to know the person they're buying from. They want to be able to sit down with someone, have someone come into their home, and really take their vision and make it a reality. So that's our goal here. And so far, I mean, Gallatin has just we've really been able to grow our business, and Gallatin has been great to us. And not just Gallatin, Hendersonville, we do just as much Hendersonville as we do Gallatin, Bowling Green, Franklin, Brentwood, all of Middle Tennessee, up into Kentucky as well. And now we're going into Florida. So we have been doing a lot of beach homes as well in Florida. So we have a lot of clients here that they'll have a second home there, and we can do that as well. So we kind of offer design all the way around.
I love that. A lot of people don't realize that the, what is it, 30A?
Yes. 30A.
30A is full of Nashville
So
transplants.
we just got back from 30A yesterday, and I saw so many people there I knew. It's crazy. Every time we go, I mean, it was just there. We saw so many people, and a lot of people here do have second homes there. They'll have a home in the mountains, and I'll do their space here, and then they'll ask me to do their space down there. And we have a great carrier that will deliver to those areas as well. So that's something the past couple of years we've really gotten into, and I enjoy that. I love beach design, so it's something obviously you don't do in this area a lot. So to be able to do that is fun.
We don't do commercials. We tell brand stories because I believe that the people in Middle Tennessee are amazing. They're artisans, they're craftsmen. And we love sharing their stories, why people do what they do. And that's what Main Street Today is all about. And you guys are about to meet two gorgeous girls who are part of a group called Diamond Dixie. And we want to welcome them. Hi, guys. Diamond Dixie joins us.
Hi, how are you?
Oh, just fantastic. I want to find out your story. First of all, introduce yourselves to the people. This is our second duo on today. One roofing duo and a singing duo. How about that on one show?
Amazing. I love it. Yeah. So my name's Bianca. And I'm Gabriella. And we are sisters, but we're not twins. We get that asked all the time. Mm-hmm. But yeah.
Okay. I have a sister, and people don't ever ask if we're twins, but they always ask, well, which one's older? And I said, who asked that question?
We get that all the time, but I'm older. Everyone thinks that I'm younger, but I'll take it. It's fine.
Sometimes I get that, but not very often. Everybody assumes because I'm the mother hen. So that's what happens. Okay, Gabriella, older sibling or the firstborn of that kind of a thing. Are you the business person of the duo?
I would say yes. Yeah. Oddly enough, I'm like the business, like the brains behind it, and Bianca's the creative mind behind Diamond Dixie. Yeah. So it's cool because both of those complement each other. So it works. Yeah.
Where are you guys from?
Orlando, Florida. Mm-hmm. So sunny Florida. Although it's not sunny right now, but usually it is. You win some, you lose some.
I know. I mean, my gosh. Oh, it was torrential downpours here in Middle Tennessee last night. And I looked out and I got my poor horses and Stevie, the blind steer. They're out standing there going, where? It's kind of crazy.
Wow.
Now, are you guys in Florida right now? Are you guys in the Nashville area right now?
Yeah, so we actually just got back from Nashville. So we're currently in Florida right now. But we were just in Nashville this past weekend. So we had so much fun there. But we're like, we need a little more warm weather right now. So hop back down to Florida.
How perfect was it that Ashlee Nash from Binkley Nash was just talking about it? Because she's doing a lot of Florida homes because Nashville and Florida have a real simpatico right now. Yeah, so many people Nashville also have a place in Florida.
Yeah, as she was talking about that, I was like, oh, that is so cool. And yeah, there's definitely tons of people like in the Panhandle and even some of the beaches that are closer to us that I know it's like their second home and everything. So I was like, oh, that's pretty cool.
Where did you get the name Diamond Dixie?
So I remember we always went by the LeDuc sisters because that's our last name. Yeah. But it's so weird because everyone gets that name wrong. They'll like be dyslexic about it and then switch the like the L and D, and they'll be like DeLuke. I'm like, that's not my last name. Yeah, but then once we kind of took the music to more of like a professional level, a more professional level, we were like, all right, we need a band name. And so we were playing this one show. It was a long time ago. Yeah, it was a festival where they needed like the names of all the bands because they were putting it on a T-shirt. So the guy that was kind of consulting us at the time, he's like, all right, girls, is the LeDuc family what we're going with, or are we going with something else? And we're like, let's scratch that. Like, we'll try to think of something. So we literally had a notepad of like girly words and country words. And we were just trying to pair up like whichever ones sounded good. So we spent probably 2 full weeks just trying to pair up different words, seeing which ones like rolled off the tongue easier. And then one day, like we were just like almost about to give up. And Gabriella looks at me. She's like, Dixie Diamond. No. Diamond Dixie. And like right when she said that, it was almost like something clicked and like something sparked and we're like, wait, there's like a cool element to that, and it just like rolls off your tongue super easily. So there's literally no meaning behind it, but that's the story behind it.
But that's the hardest thing for a band or a duo to come up with is a name. One, a name that nobody else has.
Right.
And I cannot tell you, it's so funny because this may be too much information for all those people listening, but every artist that comes to me for a little consult and they go, I want to change my name too. And I said, have you Googled it? No. Yeah. Make sure it's not a porn star. Yeah. And so sure enough, the first, it's like the first just that she came to me, she says, I want to change it to this. I said, Google it first. And the first thing that popped up was, what? Okay. Not that name.
Yeah. I remember when we were trying to figure out band names, the guy that was consulting us, he even told us the same thing. He's like, make sure you Google it because you don't know if it's a band that's out there, even if you've never heard of them before, like that can create like legal problems. So I think we searched it and there's this one girl on Twitter and she used that as like her poker name.
So we're like, okay,
Okay.
it's not like it's like any,
It's not bad.
it's not like it's a company or
We'll
like
be
another
fine.
artist or whatever. So we're like, let's go with that.
I love it. Well, we're going to go with a brand new single that is out. Tell us a little bit about Lock It Up.
Do you want to?
Yeah, so Lock It Up. I know so many girls have been in this position where they're talking to a guy and everything's going so well, and you're just waiting for the guy to lock up your heart and like make it official, because as a girl all you can do is just really sit there, you know what I mean? So you're just like waiting, and it can be annoying, but it's like, come on, lock up my heart. So that's basically what the song's about, and I think it's my favorite off of the brand new album.
Yeah,
so
it's definitely the song where, as we were recording it, we told our producer, like, hey, we're going to give you artistic freedom. Like, let's be super experimental with like the recording and everything. He's like, all right, I got you, girls. So we're like, all right, cool. I'm so happy with how it turned out. And it's definitely so different than anything we've ever put out there before.
oh, yeah.
Well, we're going to give a listen.
It's been too long, kinda feels like you're leading me on with every single word that you don't say. Heartbeat goes by, another minute that you're on my mind. If you waste one more, I might just slip away. So lock it up, I'll give you the key if that's what you need. It's yours to keep. Lock it up, boy, it's all up to you. What you gonna do? I'm alive to lose. Baby, it's not every day that I give my heart away. Yours to take, I don't want it back. So lock it up. I fell too hard, boy, you better not break my heart. It's you and me has gone too far to stop. I thought you knew I was waiting on you just to make a move, 'cause you're playing it cool like you're gonna get another shot, but you're not. So lock it up, I'll give you the key if that's what you need. It's yours to keep. Lock it up, boy, it's all up to you. What you gonna do? I'm alive to lose. Baby, it's not every day that I give my heart away. Yours to take, I don't want it back. So lock it up. Lock it up like a diamond ring, like a big pile of money sitting in the bank. Lock it up like everything you love is right there in the back of your truck. So lock it up, I'll give you the key if that's what you need. It's yours to keep. Lock it up, boy, it's all up to you. What you gonna do? I'm alive to lose. Baby, it's not every day that I give my heart away. Yours to take, I don't want it back. So lock it up. Oh, lock it up. Baby, it's not every day that I give my heart away. Yours to take, I don't want it back. So lock it up.
My goodness. That's an earworm's going to be stuck in everybody's head all day.
Yes, love it. I love
Lock
it.
it up. And I was watching season out. I don't know if you guys know, but I can watch y'all while you're in your waiting room.
I was asking Gabriella, I was like, I'm not sure if she can watch me or not.
I'm
She's
like,
like,
yeah,
if
she
she
can.
can. I'm like, all right. I was just dancing my heart out for a little.
You were, and so was I. So that was, and I said, if they can see me, I was just grooving.
That's hilarious.
I have a playlist called My Battle Jam, and it's the thing that I go, it's either if I'm working out or whether I'm driving to a meeting where I've just got to, I've got to have my grit.
Yes. Yep.
That's going on my battle channel. Yeah. Yeah.
Love it.
I absolutely love it. Well, how can people find your music and find out more about you?
Yes, you can always go to diamonddixie.com. We have all of our information there, but we're also on all social media. That's Facebook, Instagram, Twitter at Diamond Dixie LLC. But you can also listen to all of our music on all streaming platforms. That's Spotify, Apple Music, iTunes, Google Play, anything you can think of. Just type in Diamond Dixie and you'll find us.
Well, thank you for your time today. And the next time you're in Nashville, I want to meet you.
Yes,
We'll do
yes.
We'll make it happen.
Okay.
Yep.
Thanks, girls. Take care.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Well, Bianca and Gabriella, they're just, I love sister harmonies. I'm kind of partial because I had sister harmonies with my sister. We used to sing for Super Country USA, a show live on the radio every Friday and Saturday night down in Alexandria, Louisiana with Mr. Jay Chevalier. Going back a ways, but I have a real love in my heart for sister acts. And I tell you somebody else I have met. And he's from Joelton, Tennessee. So we've been all over. We've been to Hendersonville. We've been to Gallatin. We've been to Dixon and Kingston Springs. And right now we're going to go to Joelton. If you've not been around your house before the rain, I want you to go back around your house today and check the fascia on your house and see how your gutters held up during last night's rains. And here's Big J to tell us a little bit about what the importance is of checking those gutters. We join Big J, Jamison Siebert of Monster Home Services in Joelton, Tennessee.
This product, which I found in Loomis, California, back in 2016, this product I couldn't clog. So we're going to talk about some of the older concepts and things like that about how water works coming off the roof into the gutter and how debris gets into your gutters. And then I'm going to show you the solution that we use. And I'm going to show you a couple different products that I've removed off of homes. I'm not going to name them. I'm not that kind of guy. But I think you might recognize some of the stuff. And
have you been visiting my house? One of them looks a little bit like mine.
That's right. So what I want to do is I just want to show you a couple things here. A lot of people talk about surface tension systems. Surface tension systems are kind of systems where the water's supposed to come down and the water's supposed to go in and the leaves are supposed to fall across the front of it. And we see the commercials and stuff, and a lot of them, they add to your gutters. This is kind of a topper or some type of helmet or, some kind of thing to where surface tension is supposed to come down and push that water into your gutters and the debris is just going to fall off the front. But what we found and a lot of customers have found, and this is just some stuff that I've removed. Here's one here that I removed the other day in Clarksville. This is one of the topper type systems here. Can you see that?
Yeah.
And so this one had actually fallen off of the house
Oh my gosh.
because it was so full of stuff. We finally got the stuff out of it. But this is what it looked like after a couple of years. The algae, the growth. And what was happening is this stuff here was basically, you see it's hard on there, I couldn't get it off. This stuff here, I can't even pull that off. I guess they put a tar up against it or something. But anyway, the debris would just go to the inside of it. I have several pictures on our Facebook page of actually removing this. But this basically just fell completely off of the house. It was laying on the ground when I got there in the back, and it was barely hanging on in the front. And we ended up with a lot of fascia damage on that house and water getting behind it because of the screws that were put into it.
Right.
And it was just a lot of problems with it. Now, those problems could have been existing before they did it, but afterwards, either they put it up incorrectly on rotten fascia or water was getting behind it. I got there after the fact. But when you think about these things, they look really good on TV, but over the years, the moss and the stuff, and like this one here had a bad runover spot in a valley that came down the roof. And so what they did to fix that is they went to Home Depot or somewhere and they grabbed a piece of this stuff and they cut their top open and put this on it, which is the whole thing we try to get away from because it catches pine needles and everything else and other debris and twigs and things. So it really wasn't a permanent, it was kind of a Band-Aid on a bullet hole. And with this, if a leaf or something falls on it, as you can see here, it's got these raised profiles on it, which are patented, and they're very unique, very unique. But what happens is nothing can stick to it flat. So when the water comes off the roof, it can continue to move it off of the roof and away from the home. Now, that is a patented product. Nobody else has got it. And actually, we're the only company in Middle Tennessee you can actually get this from. Another great thing about this product is the way that it's mounted on the home. We have several different mounting options on it. This happens to be one of my favorite. It's called the Binkley product. And so what this does is when we come out to your house typically and look at your gutters, if you decide to put a product on your home, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to clean your gutters out. And then we're going to reslope them. And then in the corners and everywhere that you've got on your existing home, we're actually going to reseal them so that the water doesn't drip out of the end of the gutters. So a lot of times we can go out to home and save the gutters just by cleaning them and, you know, putting some additional brackets in where needed and things like that. Where this thing really shines through is the way it's mounted to your home. Now we have several of them that mount that can go slightly under the shingle, but it doesn't void the warranty on the roof, no matter what people say. We don't go past what's called the starter strip of the roof. But we actually mount this down in the front onto the lip of the gutter so it can't come up or fly up. And then we actually mount it to the fascia. And that is a big deal because your bracket up underneath this basically is setting right against the roof and where the screw is. But back here where the screw comes into the bracket on your gutters, the water can't get to it. So water can't get behind your siding fascia or into your wood behind it. So it keeps the water going down and it keeps it going in the gutter. But by mounting it like that, after we reslope your gutters, the great thing about this is, oh, and another feature real quick with it, you've got these splash guards, and no matter what type of gutter you put on your home, there's always a splash guard there, and it always catches the leaves.
Wow.
And so what we do is we actually have a specialized corner that actually goes into the corner. We have it in several colors, but it goes into the corner, and as the water comes rushing down that corner, these ridges, these raised profiles here, actually take the water and disperse them left and right. We do away with that old guard that was sitting up there.
Yes.
And then the debris falls off. So there's no cleaning in that area either. If you put these on your home, you'll never clean your gutters again. You clean out your gutters again. And even this system itself won't clog. A lot of companies will tell you that, hey, if your gutters ever clog, we'll clean them. Well, when you cover them all the way up and something's spilling over them or it's, you know, something like that, you know, the gutters will never clog. But will the system never clog? Ask them that.
A family-owned company right here in Middle Tennessee, and doing it. How long have you been working with home improvement?
Oh, me and my partner, I have a silent partner with me, or my best friend of 30 years is what I call him. We've both been in the home improvement business for a combined 60 years.
Monster Home Services with Gutters by Valor. Find out more today and tell them Main Street sent you.
Locally owned and operated companies. And we don't really do commercials. That's not what we do. We do brand stories and we tell about you. And if you are interested in having your story told, get in touch with me. Just message me here through wherever you're watching this, your Main Street outlet. We air the show live at 11 a.m. and also at 6:30 p.m. on all our Main Street pages. Thank you guys for joining me today. Remember, be safe, be kind, and remember, you are loved.